we need to look for solution, because instead of us getting scared to and not looking for help, and we keep using people who have mental health problem as a way to discredit the individual. This is not only, like, we cannot do that. We need to help them to look. And guess what? If somebody has a mental health, try to check back on their track record, why they reached to that. Because I want everybody to be given a second chance. We need to give everybody a second chance, because everybody deserves a second chance. Because if you have a mental health, nobody, because a lot of women, they're facing their children to be taken away from them because of mental issue. It's not right, and it's not fair whatsoever, because you're going to make that mother to be more mental, more bad shape than before. You can work with them, you can help them to get back on track so they can manage to take care of their children. And nobody has a right to take anybody's kids away from their parents. I know we need to protect the children, yes, then work and help that mother know why she end up to that, because that person is somebody's daughter too, is somebody's son too. So because men too, they are going through mental health, they're going issues. So we need to look on both ways for men and women. So at least our children, they're not at risk, because you need that parents. Don't tell me that the government can manage to take care of all the children you're collecting, and they can have love and care. No, you can help them, but there's a time you can't. So the solution is to help people not to be worse on mental health, right? Involve the cultures, involve the churches, the mosque, like wherever you can manage to work together to help that person. Try to find their background, try to find out, how we can manage better, right? Try not to see like a stigma. We need to help our community to rise above the stigma. Was when I was divorced the first time, right? And I have my children, living in a government housing, right? And working in the community. And I saw this program of Rexdale Health Center, Lamp Health Center, and I volunteer there, right? So there's so many programs where they are free. All right. One thing, talk to your kids. Your kids are your best friend, because most of the time we hide so much for our children, and then they come and find out from outsider. It become devastated to them. Talk to your kids. You see, me, whatever I went through with my children, understanding each other. And if you don't have something nice to tell to another person, just keep quiet.
What? Yeah.
Yeah. Because
Yeah, don't
sometimes
act that.
that comment you're making to that person, maybe that person is, their immune system or their health or everything, they are weak. They cannot defend themselves, and they take it to a next level. And clean up your home,
Yeah.
because sometimes if your home is dirty, and you become more depression, because you are looking and say, oh my God, you cannot function. So make your home to be your paradise.
Hello, and welcome on Inspire. I have brought Mariam Adam again. She's an incredible woman. I mean, I can't have enough of her. She's full of wisdom, she's full of knowledge, she's just excellent. Today, she's gonna tell us about mental health issues and how different people really perceive mental health. And she's gonna give her views. And please don't forget to subscribe and share, because this is gonna be exciting, very very exciting. And my name is Emertha. So let's just do it. Miriam, welcome again to the show. Welcome and Inspire. Lovely to have you back.
Thank you very much, my sister, Emertha. I'm honored to be here. And the more we help more people around the world, the better world is going to be, right? My name is Miriam Adam. I'm a community activist. I'm a businesswoman. And, the activist goes a long way. It means we can help our children, our mothers, our sisters, our brothers, means experience of our life on our journey. If we share the good story, I want everybody out there, share your story, because everybody have beautiful, unique story. And when you take that journey, we can help people in our community to rise above the stress.
Thank you so much, and it is always lovely, lovely to have you here on Inspire, really, Mariam. So today we are going to tackle mental health. We all have mental health, but sometimes we focus on our physical health than we do focus on our mental health. Yet knowing that really our mental health is the main drive. Without it, a lot of things cannot really move on. But why is it that we focus so much on our physical than mental health? What is your, experience from the people you've worked with, from what you have seen? Yeah, we tend really not to give it attention.
With my experience with life, people in our community, a lot of people you see they're suffering from depression, anxiety, postmortem depression after giving birth to, right? So, and then we see that, but there's no place to talk about it, like they kind of like they're on qubits, and some people they feel it's a stigma, right? So I remember too when I had my children, right? If you don't have a good friend like to talk about it, things, you cannot talk to men, you kind of like you're on your own. And the more you think about it, the more you keep it inside, it become a stress for any mother. So people need to talk about things. People need to come through for other women. Like we need to talk about things. We don't need to mention no names or anything, just to kind of like share. We want people to come out. Like we're talking today, not that we want to us to be famous or not. It's just we feel like there's a need in the community, people to share, and I really give two thumb out to Sister Emertha here, because she's trying to go out there to look for all of us. Guys, I just encourage every woman who have a story, who've been through a lot, come and share. Just even give things which it can manage to empower women, if it can manage to help.
Yeah. Thank you so
So
much again on talking about, yeah, why one you mentioned that yeah, they call it postnatal depression.
yes,
Most women, obviously, yeah, I don't know at what percentage, but obviously most women have that. They face that on different levels, and this really can take us to a level that we can't have that ability to handle the emotional storms, what life throws to us. You have a child and you are facing that emotional,
depression,
stress,
yeah.
for example, depression, and you are not able to talk about it, and you still want to remain a good mother because they say that a happy mom is a happy child. So you're trying to fake it or to play hero. What do you think women? Yeah. Why do you think women do that really when they're trying to hide it, to try to act differently when actually inside their mental health is, being jeopardized?
Yeah, but you
Because
know
it's something.
what? Okay, people are using mental health
Mm-hmm.
problem as a way to discredit the individual. This is not only the African diaspora have, like it's all women around the world. And many culture are facing this, especially culture shock, religion, everything, like everything is kind of like pile up in the same circle, right? And it is scary because we don't help now, and then our children get affected to it if we
Yeah.
don't talk about it, if we don't need to, like, if we don't want to share how we can manage, because there's no medical or Tylenol or medication in the world can manage to cure all of it. It is just emotional support and moral support. Emotional support, moral support. It can manage you to get out of depression, and anxiety and the stress and the mood swings, because sometimes the mood swing and the other person now is, oh my God, today this my wife is like too much. And then they say, what did I do? But they say, oh my God, my husband is too much, it stressed me out. So it's like back and forth, it's like a game. It's because
Yes.
the other person doesn't want to listen to the other person crying, for the emotional and emotional support. It's so important. And that is when the children starting getting out of the house because the parents are start arguing, don't listen to one another, and it become now a woman's shoulder. We carry a lot on our shoulder, and we just want
Yeah.
our men to understand a woman where they're coming from. And as women, we need to understand where our men come from, because it's a teamwork make the dream work, guys. Nobody can work
Yeah.
alone. And for
Yeah.
the women who
Yeah.
are single,
Mhm.
we need to stand up above it. Like, no matter what, means you are the two pillar, you are the father and the mother. So you become more double, um, stress. So go ahead, sister.
Yeah. You just mentioned something that probably I would have asked you after this. Yeah. But probably let me ask you. You mentioned about like single moms and mentioning about how couples or partners would see each other when maybe you have a mood swing, sometimes happy, sometimes unhappy, up and downs, and how we tend to judge each other. So, one question maybe would look at that moment of mood swing and how we feel about ourselves and how the other person sees us, like, oh, today she looks a bit crazy, today she looks happy. I don't know how to judge. One thing, that person probably they don't have experience or they have no knowledge to help. But about a person, this is not about a woman or a man, because we're all human and we all have mental health. But the fact is that you are not able to seek for help. You're not able to speak how you feel about yourself, because today I'm happy, tomorrow I'm not. I definitely should tell that something's not right on this day and something's not, much better this on this day. Why is it that it's very difficult, especially for us Africans, to seek for help when it comes to our mental health?
The people who don't ask, because it's a stigma, they feel shy. There's a lot of people, they don't ask for help, not because there's no help. The help is there, but because it's a culture shock, or religion shock. So people, they feel it's a stigma in the community. Like, they feel embarrassed, some of them, right? And they keep quiet, and then it end up turning to be a mental health issue, because the more you pile up, the more you're stressed, the more somebody else think you have a mental issue, and then you end up get diagnosed of mental issue. Kumbe, you need just a little good support, counseling, somebody to talk to. So a lot of women, they pile up, and then some people, they send their people to the mental health issue. But to come and find out, it's only because you look crazy when you pile up so much. And who can they blame you? Nobody can blame you, because when it's too much, it's too much. I go crazy when I pile up so much. So everybody goes through that, emotional. And the beauty is, I think, we're not supposed to be scared. We have to look for solution to help people to manage to speak up. And the more we speak up, is the more when we can manage to help people who are not speaking up and pile up, because it will get worse and worse. Wake up now. The past is gone. we cannot undo what is already past. But right now, today, and especially look at this pandemic, it make us to even become even more stronger. If we survive up to today, it's a tough call, and especially people who have issue with financial issue with family issue, everything, and stress, and then this add on to it become worse, right? So if you
Yeah.
survive up to today, we can survive
Mm-hmm.
anything, guys. We
Yes.
can survive.
I love
It's
that.
just, yeah, we need to wake up. We need to wake up. You need to reach out to the person you dearly. So even a best friend can be another sister, right?
Yes, yes.
Because me and Emertha, we just know each other. Is that a month and a half? I feel like I
Wow.
know her all my life because
Uh,
I approach her. She interviewed an amazing young lady with 6 kids, and she inspired me with her story because she managed to take care of her kids in this pandemic and still be a superwoman. Remember that song, Superwoman? Every day is Mother's Day.
mentioned that everybody needs someone to talk to. But there's that side of stigma, like you mentioned earlier, and that kind of, social discrimination when someone reveals that something is not right with their mental health, how we tend to give them names, calling them crazy, calling them other names that would definitely discriminate them from the rest of the community, if you like. And would you think that this person will be able to open up, hoping or thinking that they're going to be given other names that give them other negative feelings about themselves, or they will keep it just for themselves because they're being judged?
You know what, my sister, I agree with
Mm.
you, but we have a solution. Our
Yeah.
recommendation is excess self-care, a recommendation, because if you're scared to go and talk to somebody, go fast, build you, because we are having that lack of self-esteem. So
Mm-hmm.
recommendation is because you're not alone. I
Mm-hmm.
had that too. But guess what? I
Mm-hmm.
approached Dr. Marlene Morris. She
Mm-hmm.
is a coach.
Mm-hmm.
I call self-healing, like they kind of like, because you need to have to be coach,
Mm-hmm.
through wellness and health, right? So, and
Mm-hmm.
there's so many program on online are free. Some of them, it's not
So
just,
yeah, how long did it take you to realize that you actually needed the help from someone else?
when I was divorced the first time, right? And I have my children,
Mm-hmm.
living in a government housing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And working in the community. And I saw this program of Rexdale Health Center, Lamp Health Center, and I volunteer there, right? So there's so many programs where they are free, which is implemented by the government. We say that there's no problem, but there are programs. But if you don't go, if you don't approach there, it's completely confidential. They're not allowed to discuss your story or anything. So I say for every woman, get somebody to talk to. Nobody's going to judge you. And
Yeah.
even search online, right? There's coach. I want to bring in for the future talk of yours, I'm going to bring Dr. Marlene Morris. She's health and wellness, and she has a college of teaching women online, local and international, through Zoom, to empower yourself. So sometimes I bring group of women and we have a Zoom call, and then you can listen, and then she posts her name and phone number there, and then you can call private, and she's
Mm-hmm.
fantastic.
Now you are kind of sharing your strategies or tactics to overcome mental health. So yours was
Yes,
to go to that doctor who gave you the medical support, and there are other support like meditation and so on. So
naturally,
you
yeah.
advise actually, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so but how I was asking, how long did that journey take to get back to your normal Mariam and to feel like you can help others?
you know um in life you go roller coaster. Don't be scared. Every time I feel like I'm reaching rock bottom, I wake up, I remember all the good thing and positive, and especially guys, especially when you're a mother, those kids are blessing in the sky to us. So just think of your kids. They're your pillars. Remember last time I said they're your pillars. Your children make you stronger, because if you carry 9 months pregnant, you fight for their life. Because when you are giving birth, they said it's one leg, you can die or you can live. So it's like you're fighting to give birth to a life. So don't neglect that life. Don't neglect you, because when you neglect you neglect that life you brought to the world, because who's going to take care of that? Right? So you have to fight, and fight on a positive way, right? Nothing.
Yeah, but again, Mariam, if I'll take you back on that, many women sometimes do have to give extra and work extra and act extra, yeah, like super healthy, because they
Superwoman, yeah.
want to make, yeah, to make those children look that they have a strong mom, a healthy mom, when actually something is not right, because they want to protect and to show that love, but sometimes forgetting that they actually need to seek for that medical attention when it comes to their mental health. What have you
Okay.
got to say? I mean, something to say about that?
All right. One thing,
Uh-huh.
talk to your kids. Your kids are your best
Yeah.
friend, because most of the time we hide so much for our children, and then they come and find out from outsider. It become devastated to them. Talk to your kids. You see, me, whatever I went through with my children, and I talk to them. Now they're my guide. Like whatever I can't, I'm not a superwoman, but I am a superwoman with my kids. They make me better person today, and I'm not going to ever trade that with anything in this world. Nothing can you know God is there to help us and help yourself. So just when you feel stress, don't let things get worse.
Uh-huh.
There are good people out there to help you. There are good people out there who you don't even need to give them your first name or last name. Just talk to them. Talk to a stranger. you
Uh-huh.
know some stranger, they can listen even better than your own sister, you know
Uh-huh.
and they can give you some word.
Uh-huh.
So the only thing I'm asking, each individual, including our young people, because our youth, some of them, when they house so much stress, our youth, they end up in a crime, they end up doing a lot of other issues, right? Because there is no stabilized home, right? But I want to ask our young people to help their parents. When you see your parents going down, just remember that mother, that father really work hard to be who you are. So don't forget them. Go and help them, because you know what? It'll be a blessing in the sky. In us as a Muslim, they say your blessing is on your mom's feet, right? And your parents. This. So always we try to help our kids to realize not to forget where they came from.
That if a woman is going through mental health problems, they shouldn't be afraid to share with their children. And what about their partners? When you mentioned
Yes,
about when they are being judged, all mood swings, and then what? And then you like,
that one is
so it's so crazy. So what about the partners? I mean, this
no,
is
but
not
that
about
you
just
asked me about single parents, right? You asked me about single parents. So
oh yeah,
the
single
thing,
parents, yeah.
okay,
Mm-hmm.
so the advice was single parents, share with your kids. And if you have a partner, tell your partner, don't hide. Tell your partner everything. Even if he or she get upset, it's okay. But
Mm-hmm.
at least when something happened, they know you did not just spring them surprise. Wherever
Mm-hmm.
things starting saying, and if you don't like something, don't
Mm-hmm.
just take it. Talk about
Don't
it.
take. Mm-hmm.
I know with experience, my own experience, there's some people that don't like to be told nothing,
Mm-hmm.
including myself too. You know? it is it's true, because sometimes you feel somebody is just judging you, somebody is just, so I learned through my own, character, because they said,
Mm-hmm.
look at our fingers.
Mm-hmm.
These fingers and this finger cannot have the same character. It's the people. Everybody is different, like our fingers,
Different.
you know.
Mm-hmm.
So if the same mother, same father, children cannot get along, everybody have different character. What do you expect? People, husband and wife, come from totally different culture. You have to
Mm-hmm.
reach each other halfway, you know. In
Mm-hmm.
North America, they say 50-50, but some culture, no. A woman has to be here, a husband, yeah, like a man wants everything. You have to say yes, no. The
Mm-hmm.
good thing is we just want people to understand each other and help
Yeah.
each other on your own strength, because everybody have different strength. And some
Mm-hmm.
people, nobody can be me, I cannot
Mm-hmm.
be Emertha, but Emertha had something positive, can help me, and have something positive, she I can help her. So right now we're just trying to show, me and Emertha, to show another woman what we can manage to help you to realize what you have. Don't be scared, because as long as you breathe, remember, it's God give you that breath. Some people are completely healthy and they fell down and they're dead, right? And I said, what happened? Yesterday I was just talking to that person and he's gone. And there's
Mm-hmm.
some people, they struggle for a long time and say, oh, I wish I could be dead. Don't wish that.
Don't wish that.
Everybody, we are on a journey on this life. Every
Yeah.
life, every day, appreciate the life. Every day you breathe, it's because our God give us, means you're needed. I had a few car accident. Truck hit me
Oh.
and I
Oh my
survived.
goodness.
Okay, I had a bad whiplash. SUV and a van hit each other. They come and hit our car. We are just and it was people, all the cars are going 40. They hit each other. They come and hit me. I was with another young lady, my business partner, and we got hit. And one of them, the lady I was with her, she's a cancer survivor. She was,
Mm.
I got hit and had a body flash. I was worried about her because she's a
Oh.
cancer survivor. You don't know what else, because when you're carrying somebody in your car, it's a responsibility too. So, and then somebody come and tell you, oh, again, you got an accident? I
Mm.
didn't plan. I had quite a few. I missed a step on the stairs. I fell down, boom, 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 and I broke my leg, right?
Oh.
And I broke my hand. Look at my hand. You see, they fix it, but they did not fix proper, right? You can
Mm.
see. You see. And then they told me to go to the hospital to break it again so they can put it proper. I said, So I just take my fountain of life. I apply because it's anti-inflammatory. I apply, so it's inflammation. So I just take supplements to help me. I stop
Yeah.
medication because too much medication is not good too. So I try to
True.
be natural, like taking natural product to help this. So take any natural product which you see it can help, which is already proven, people know about it. Take it and eat a lot of vegetable and fruits at home. Like there's so many things you can do naturally, and it doesn't
Mm-hmm.
cost much, cost
Yeah.
effective.
Oh my God. Congratulations, really, that you're still alive today with all that you had to go through, looking to take your life. I'm glad you're here to share your story and to empower other people, really. Yeah.
Thank
So
you.
God kept you for a reason. Yeah. God
Yeah.
kept you definitely for a reason, for a
And
good
that's why
reason.
I have hope. I have hope because um, it hurt me sometimes when somebody say, "Oh, again." I was in the gas station. It was black ice in Toronto, right? I put my gas and I was wearing my boots, winter boots. And I went, "Woof." I just get out to go and pay, man. I didn't do nothing else wrong, right?
Mm.
I fly up and I went down. So because if you already broke your hand and you hit the floor to hold yourself, not to hit your face, you're going to hurt where you got hurt before. So for 3 days, I was at the hospital, and somebody again tell me, again, man, and you don't look
Oh
down the
my,
camera. I didn't know. It just
that's so
happened.
mean.
So
How would someone say that? That's so mean.
yeah, but that's why I say
Yeah.
human being. Again, we are different, right? But I managed to empower me. I didn't care. I closed. I said, I don't want to listen to nobody. If I must survive, God still need me to. You see, I'm still with you guys to share with you. So means I'm still needed here to share.
Ah,
So even if
yeah.
I'm gone, I want people to celebrate my life,
Mm-hmm.
because I know I have no regrets what I have lived. I have no regret whatsoever. I have a beautiful family. I have a beautiful children. I have beautiful friends. I have beautiful company, you know, because my company is inspiring me too, because they check on me. They know how are you, Mariam? And I work from home, like I'm home. I'm self-employed.
Yeah.
I pick my battles. I pick what I can do. I don't take anything which I cannot do. So try to
Mm-hmm.
see what you can do yourself. If you know how to sew it, sew.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, Mariam, let me take you back again. You going through what you went through, and someone saying, "Oh, again, again." So that kind of, imagine if someone is
Negative.
going through, let's say, mental disorder, and maybe a family member or a so-called friend, because I don't call a friend who could judge you. I mean, someone judging someone because they are going through mental health, they're going through problem, and really literally stopping that person from opening up. What do you think our society needs to learn in terms of helping each other?
Don't judge a book by its cover. Don't
Mm-hmm.
judge somebody. You have no idea that person, what they're going through on their personal life. You
Mm-hmm.
know, don't just look of exactly what the mistakes they are doing, at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And then you kind of like judge them the whole circle. You have no idea,
Mm-hmm.
you know. Be compassionate to each other,
Yeah.
understanding each other. And if you don't have something nice to tell to another person, just keep quiet.
Quiet. Yeah.
Yeah. Because
Yeah. Don't
sometimes
judge them.
that comment you're making to that person, maybe that person is their immune system or their health or everything, they are weak, they cannot defend themselves, and they take it to a next level. That's how
Yeah.
people they go and extremists, become depression. you know they think, oh, I
And
cannot do this means I cannot do anything else. No, me, if I cannot do this, I'll do the other way, the one I know I'm comfortable with it. So I really don't care the negative people. I just follow the positive, because trust
right.
me, if I could follow what people point finger me about what I'm doing wrong, I could not be here with you today.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you couldn't probably have something positive to talk about. So it's about really what we say. I think what we, our words, like I earlier mentioned, how some people really have that, audacity to call each other like crazy because someone is going through mental health, and they give names to people to definitely put them aside, like they don't belong to the community. And you find those people obviously can't open up, can't feel like they're part of the community. And we are all humans. Definitely, mental health, everybody can have it. We have, yeah, sometimes some people have it and they're not aware of it. Others are lucky to know and seek for help. Others know that they have it, they don't seek for help because they don't want that discrimination. So, yeah, so I think, a lot to be done in our society in order to change this mindset. What do you think?
Yeah, we just need the community and the government support, the community
Yeah.
to support and government support, and the people who are business professionals, they need to support the
Mhm.
community. you know
Yeah.
they need to do a lot of sponsorship, they need to do a lot of scholarships, because there's a lot of young people, they are so talented, could manage to help their parents to get out a lot, but they cannot afford to go back to school. So I just encourage a lot of businesses to have scholarships on their community. Look around in your community, like if people, the same people, they're coming to bring you business in your community, help them out. There's
Mm-hmm.
so many things we can manage to help. You give a little and God give you a bigger. The more you give
Mm-hmm.
is the more you get.
Yeah. And people having that sense of compassion, like you just mentioned. I mean, I've had some cases where really people went so crazy, if you like, if that's the right word. I don't like using that word though. But really, their mental health went so compromised because they didn't feel that sense of love from their relatives, from their spouse, from their whatever. But that sense of love, that nice word from someone, because they didn't hear that and they felt lonely. And what happened, it developed more problems and they went so mental and basically jeopardized their life. Yeah, I think we need also to develop that more, have compassion and speak positive. And if you can't, really keep quiet, like you mentioned. If they can't speak good things, they better remain silent.
True.
Yeah, yeah. I don't
So
know.
I,
Have you
I
got any? Mhm.
yes, my dear. I would love to see many companies supporting, people who are working
People.
with them, because they can
Yeah.
manage to lift the community through their sisters. So if you see somebody lift me up, right? I am who
Mm-hmm.
I am today. I cannot say I did it myself. I know it's we. Teamwork make the dream work. The more we
Yes,
help each
yes.
other, the more we lift each other through businesses, through personal issues, through our children, through the community, through the government. It's we need to accomplish, because um, online, some people, they're just chatting for nothing, but there's some people really truly pay attention. They're giving advice to help you lift up this. So everybody should subscribe on Emertha's show. They should watch it
Yeah,
and
that's
subscribe and forward it to
right.
everybody, because what she's
Yeah,
doing is really helping you and lift you. So if you don't want to hear, means, and it's free. Can't go
yeah.
wrong with
So
free.
yeah, you can't go wrong with free. I like that. Yeah. So, Mariam, again, as we are concluding our conversation for today, you've been a single mom and you've raised your children, you've supported them, you've gone through all and managed to overcome all these challenges. And what is the word of advice could you give to any single mom out there who could be going through a lot, and how to remain healthy and supportive to their children and their family based on your experience? Really give them advice so that we don't be taken by the problems. We have to remain healthy mentally and physically. So yeah, give us a bit of advice on how to deal with it, especially these single moms who might be going through.
We need to look for solution, because instead of us getting scared to and not looking for help, and we
Mm-hmm.
keep using people who have mental health problem as a way to discredit the individual. This is
Mm-hmm.
not only, like, we cannot do that. We need to help them to look. And guess what, if somebody has a mental health,
Mm-hmm.
try to check back on their track record, why they reached to
Mm-hmm.
that. Because I want everybody to be given a second chance.
Mm-hmm.
We need to give everybody a second chance, because everybody deserves a second chance. Because if you have a mental health, nobody, because a lot of women, they're facing their children to be taken away from them because of mental issue. It's not right and it's not fair whatsoever, because
Mm-hmm.
you're going to make that mother to be more mental, more
Mm-hmm.
bad shape than before. you know
Mm-hmm.
you can work with them, you can help them to get back on track so they can manage to take care of their children. And it's nobody has a right to take anybody's kids away from their parents.
Mm-hmm.
you know I know we need to protect the children, yes, then work and help that mother know why she end up to that, because that person is somebody's daughter too, is somebody's son too. So because men too, they are going through mental health, they're going issues. So we need to look on both ways for men and women. So at least our children, they're not at risk, because
Mm-hmm.
you need that parents. Don't tell me that the government can manage to take care of all the children you're collecting, and they can have love and caring. No, you can help them, but there's a time you can't. So the solution is to help people not to be worse on mental health. right? Involve the cultures, involve the churches, the mosque, you know, like wherever you can manage to work together to help that person. Try to find their background, try to find out, you know, how we can manage better, right? Try not to see like a stigma. We need to help our community to rise above the stigma and culture
Mhm.
shock.
What about mothers who might be going through this? What advice can you give them?
Could you repeat the question again?
What about mothers or women who could be going through this on their own and trying to act heroes? What advice have you got for them?
Any mother, if you still have the courage for yourself, who are going through a lot, be self-care. Take a walk.
Mm-hmm.
Every day, walk. I'm telling you, the walking, it helps to release the tension in your head.
Mm-hmm.
Walk, you know. Even you can put music in your home. You can put Quran, you can put, you know, gospel, you know, from the church listening, and clean up your home, you know,
Yeah.
because sometimes if your home is dirty and you become more depression because you are looking and say, oh my God, you know, you cannot function. You can, so make your home to be your paradise.
A
Clean up your
sanctuary.
home,
Mm-hmm.
make your home to be the mwah. Then you feel good. You go to the kitchen, you feel good because it helps you to lift you.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need to go and look for the hotel that is nice to go to a holiday. No, make your home to be the holiday. Make a retreat for
Wow.
yourself
Wow.
and self-care.
Wow. I love that. I love that. Thank you so much, Mariam. It is always an honor to have you. I love your words of wisdom.
The honor is mine. The honor is mine. And take care of yourself. Build your immune system. Stay strong. You know, take care of
Thank
yourself.
you so much. Yeah, I hope to see you again next time. And guys, please do subscribe if you haven't and share because we have to support each other, especially with this tip of staying healthy mentally. And yeah, stay tuned next time.
Yes, and we can bring you some more people who can help you, more expert. We'll try
Thank
to look for more expertise to talk on
yeah.
health and mental health. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. See you next time.
Love and
Bye.
peace and happy holidays, everybody.
Oh, thank you. Same to you.
Thank you.